Hello, everybody. My name is Leif, and here we're going to be casting some Rocket League tonight. Unfortunately, I'm not joined by my usual partner, Colin, but you guys are stuck with me tonight, I guess. We got a nice matchup here in the CCL Rocket League up for you guys tonight. We've got Dakota State University, of course, and then we also have South Dakota School of Mines. So should be a pretty good game. I think we're going to be getting into the game shortly, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we're really looking forward to this game tonight. Unfortunately, DSU hasn't had the best go of things the first few weeks. I believe they're 0-3 right now. But it's a new week. We're ready to hopefully see DSU take home their first win of the season. And I'm sure Mines is going to be looking to keep DSU out of the win column, but obviously we're not hoping for that here. I'm guessing we kind of still have the same lineup of Painted Harp, Def Moss, and Gravy. It seemed like these guys have been getting a lot of chemistry. They've been working together a lot these past few weeks, and Deft highlighting, or Painted actually highlighting in his interview, I think last week, that they've been playing a lot more together. They're in the DCRL, I want to say. It's the league put on by NDSU, and they've been getting a lot of work in there and just working on, team chemistry and just overall improving. And it's really shown so far this year, because last week when we played NDSU, we were not expecting TSU to take any games whatsoever. We were just hoping they'd be lucky if they scored, because NDSU being one of the best teams in the league, it was a very tough matchup. But DSU came out swinging. I believe we got 2 of the games, and it went to all 5 games, which is a really good result for the Trojans. And yeah, so we're hoping to kind of bring that momentum over into the next week, or into this week, excuse me. So it should be really exciting to see how these guys were able to improve over the year. Last semester obviously didn't go the way that they wanted to, but I think they're coming back into this semester with a little bit more fire. And yeah, they definitely seem much more ready this semester, and really have just looked insane. The addition of Gravy is really seem to be working well so far. This is his first semester playing or at least for the varsity squad, as far as I'm concerned, and he seemed to be slotting in very well. They've been keeping these games really close against really tough teams, but I just think the struggle these last few weeks has just been closing games out, and that's kind of been a struggle for DSU in the past. But it seems with every passing week, they're just getting better and better. So hopefully they're able to close out a few more, and to be exact, 3 games tonight, and hopefully they take the series. But I guess if we want to look at the schedule a little bit, looking forward these next few weeks, we've got USD after this week, of course, and then Minnesota Moorhead. So also some stuff to, I guess, take note of in the coming weeks. Should be pretty exciting, and you guys should definitely stay tuned for some more Rocket League action. It looks like they're taking a little bit longer than expected to get into the game, so I guess I'll just try talking for a little bit more. I'm not really a Rocket League guru. I have, a few hours in the game, but I definitely couldn't I can't really talk about the game as in depth as, somebody like Colin can. I'm just here to provide the color commentary. But it looks like we're going to be getting into the game here. Very exciting scenes here tonight. And also, since we're kind of waiting after this, you should also stay tuned to the Trojans esports broadcast, because we have Valorant tonight as well at 8 p.m. against USD. So that should also be a fun game. So we have 2 really good games coming at you guys tonight in the CCL League on Trojans esports here. So just the players getting into the game right now. On Mines, we've got Leffy, Lundo, and Pumpkin. So that's the side of Mines, and obviously Def Moss, Gravy, and Painted Harp on the side of DSU. Mine's taking a little bit of an aggressive stance right out of the gate here, but DSU kind of thwarting the attempt. I say that as Pumpkin scores right off the bat. Pumpkin on the top of his car. He gets the goal. And wow, that's a really quick strike for School of Mines. 1-0 here right out the gate. Definitely not the start DSU wanted here, but the upside to that goal being scored so early is we have 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to equalize that goal, and looks like DSU's trying to do that, and Gravy's aerial attempt is thwarted as Mines is able to clear. And Pumpkin really aggressive right there. Almost, he gets a shot on goal, but DSU is able to thwart it. Leffy trying to sustain this pressure here for School of Mines. DSU gonna need a clear here if they want to relieve this pressure. Looks like Painted wins a 50 there, and Lundo is there though to pounce right back on it, and Mines is right back on the offensive here. A lot of pressure here from School of Mines, but Painted Harp is able to finally get the clear out of the zone and bring it to a little bit more balanced state here. Gravy on the defensive here. Mines really quick back to get back onto the offensive, and I'm wondering if this really aggressive stance from Mines is going to be a theme throughout the series here. It seems like they're being very, very aggressive in the early stages of this game, and they're being mostly successful. And when there's so much pressure in your defensive zone, DSU, it's going to be really hard for them to hold on for long. But DSU coming up with a counterattack, and they just miss right there. Trying to get the clear. Painted Harp here with the ball. Leffy, though, is able to come over the top and clear the ball back into the DSU zone. And now both teams kind of fighting for the ball, seeing if DSU can clear it. Looks like they will be able to as Gravy brings it out. Maybe looking for a pass here, but nobody's home, and Mines gets the clear once again. About 3 minutes left in play here. Mines on the offensive once again, but Def Moss trying to clear it, but Pumpkin wins a 50 there. And Mines sustaining this pressure here. I just feel like the ball has been on the DSU side of the field this whole game, but finally Def Moss getting the clear here. But none of his teammates are really back there to get a follow-up touch, but now that Gravy's able to put it into the corner, looking for a pass, maybe. Ball centered for a second, but Mines is able to thwart that and almost be able to clear it. Nice touch here from Gravy, centers it, but nobody there to pick that ball up and try to get a shot on goal, but oh. Gravy almost had an opportunity there as Mines brings it down to DSU's side of the field. 2 minutes left in play here. Score is still 1-0. We've been scoreless since 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and I almost caster cursed them again, and it looks like I definitely did caster curse them as Lundo picks up the second goal for School of Mines. Definitely not the start our boys on DSU wanted here, but Mines, they have just been ultra aggressive this game. The ball has just been in their offensive half pretty much the whole game, and that's led to 2 goals for the side of School of Mines. DSU need to be a little bit more aggressive here in these later stages of the game if they're wanting to come back into this game here. Painted Harp trying to clear right here, but he doesn't have too much boost to work with right now. Gravy as well, a little bit of an awkward exchange there. DSU just not able to get it out of the corner here. And School of Mines keeping this pressure up. Starting to wonder if, Mines is maybe boost starving DSU a little bit here, because DSU just seemingly, whenever we go over to a DSU player, they just have no boost to work with. So maybe that's part of Mines' game plan here going into the game, is just make sure we have that boost control, and good things will happen here for us on our offensive side. It seems to maybe be working so far. So Lundo clears it down, but DSU does get the touch. bring it to the wall so it's a little less dangerous. But Defmoss, ooh, awkward touch there, but Gravy able to pick up the save from Leffy's shot right there. 20 seconds left, and DSU has yet to really get a really dangerous opportunity here. Mine's doing a really good job of just keeping DSU boxed into their own zone. And yeah, Pumpkin able to pick up the goal here. Maybe the rotation just being a little slow there from DSU. Painted Harp caught out of position there, and Pumpkin just picks up the free goal there. And 3-0 with about 10 seconds left. It's looking bleak for DSU, but there's always a chance. Just 3 kickoff goals, and it might be winnable for DSU, but 1 second left here. Looks like Mines are going to want to let that touch the ground, and that is GG. Yeah, first game not really going the way of DSU. Mines picking up the first game 3-0. Yeah, DSU not really able to get too much going that game. They were just kind of playing defense seemingly the whole game, and yeah, that's going to spell disaster if you're DSU. And that it did, as Mines is able to pick up 3 goals to DSU 0. But we are getting into the second game here. New game, new DSU. Lundo looking like he's trying to be a little aggressive here at the beginning, kind of carrying over from last game, but Defmoss gets the touch off the back wall. But Leffy able to bring it back. Pumpkin maybe looking for a center there, as DSU is able to end up clearing the ball. And Leffy with the mid-air demo right there. Gravy, not gonna like that one. But DSU looking to clear here. Painted Harp's got some boost to work with. Going for a centering attempt, and almost able to sneak that into the top right corner there. Very, very close right there. But there's the punish there from Mines. Nobody back for DSU, and yeah, that's 1-0 advantage Mines here. 45 seconds into the game here. Mines waited a little bit longer than they did last game in order to score first, but they do get the advantage right away, and they're still getting that aggression almost at a kickoff goal, but luckily Gravy is back. DSU trying to go on the offensive, but Mines is just so quick to almost every single ball that DSU tries to bring down on the attack. Defmoss trying to get the aerial there, but Lundo is able to beat him to it. Painted Harp able to knock it down. They try to clear, but nothing really doing here. Pumpkin off the ceiling here, trying to get a shot on goal. But Gravy gets possession, and maybe Painted Harp just keeping that ball up there. DSU needs to look for a clear here. This is looking really just a lot like the first game that we had, where Mines just had so much pressure in DSU's half of the field, and a lot of that spoiled over into goals. Gravy, though, trying to get a shot on goal, and nobody back here again for DSU. And that's 2-0 there for the side of School of Mines. Yeah, DSU maybe trying to be a little bit more aggressive, but the rotation's just a little bit off, and nobody has been back, I think, for the first 2 goals of this game. But DSU gonna need to correct that if they want to try to be more aggressive. Making sure they have somebody back is probably gonna go a long way. Gravy trying to make something work. Defmoss picks it up. Gravy didn't have any boost, but Mines is able to clear, and Lundo trying to go for the ball. Going for the little backwards touch there. DSU centering. Nobody there, though, to punish. Painted Harp just a little bit slow to that. It's a 2-on-1 for Mines, but Gravy's able to make the save. Great defense there from the side of DSU, but somebody's got to be back here, and Painted Harp gets the clear. The Mines trying to get the ball out. DSU going for a centering attempt here. And nobody's home. There was a moment in time where maybe somebody could have hit that in order for it to go into the goal, but Mines able to thwart that attempt and trying to clear it down, but DSU is getting some good pressure here. Def Moss back on the Mines clearing attempt, and Mines going back on the offensive here. Def Moss all alone here, just tries to get the flick up, and Pumpkin's there to make the save. Gravy though picks up right where Def Moss left off, but Mines able to clear this ball again. Just under 2 minutes left in play here. Mines is up 2-0, and oh, is it still? Yep, it's still 2-0. And DSU needs to get some offense going here. Not a goal yet in the series, and this might be their attempt, but Gravy's shot is just saved by Leffy. Great defense there from School of Mines, having the right people back at the right time. And yeah, DSU a little awkward there above the goal, but Painted Harp is able to clear it down. Nobody back here from School of Mines, and Def Moss is there for the goal. DSU on the board. Great pass there from Painted, punishing Mines on their rotations there, just a little bit out of position, and Def Moss, Painted Harp combine for the goal. And there's 1 minute left here. This is definitely doable for DSU to get back into this game, and getting that first goal is a great start. Painted Harp looking to try to clear the ball, and Def Moss is able to get that touch, and Gravy's up here with him, going for that pass, but that goes awry as Mines is able to clear. Painted Harp though rebounds right back to him, and Gravy, oh, just not enough boost to get that done, but Def Moss, oh, just a little more on that, and that could have gone in. Great save though there by Pumpkin. DSU trying to get some offense going here. We've got a little under 20 seconds left here in the game. Painted Harp going for that air dribble, but Pumpkin's able to push the ball off into the corner, and Lundo's there for the clear. 10 seconds left here. This might be DSU's last opportunity to go on the offensive. Oh, they're gonna have to keep it up here if they want it to. Oh, almost. DSU a little bit closer that game, 2-1. We finally saw DSU's offense come alive there, as Mines does take the advantage though here in the series, 2-0. And yeah, Mines has just done a really good job of being aggressive early and then not overextending late in the game. And yeah, that's allowed for them to take a foothold in this series by winning the first 2 games. Mines playing very well together here tonight, as we're about to get into the 3rd game here of this series. Mines up 2-0. DSU gonna have to complete the reverse sweep in order to win the series, and that's a little awkward there from Pumpkin, but nobody from DSU there to punish. Painted Harp trying to clear here, but the goal is just left wide open there for Lundo. DSU maybe a little bit of a miscommunication on their rotation there, and yeah, nobody really back there, and that's been a common theme here tonight, as Mines has just been getting a lot of these uncontested goals here. And yeah, taking 15 seconds to score here in this game 3. DSU trying to go on the offensive here as Painted Harp is off the wall. Shot on goal is thwarted by Leffy, but Gravy's back trying to get something hit, gets the bump there, and Def Moss gets the touch, and Painted Harp is able to clean up there. DSU tying this game up here, really big to get back into the game here so early. And now it's essentially 0-0 with 4 minutes and 27 seconds left here in game 3. DSU taking the control of the ball from the kickoff and able to kind of get it down into Mines' zone. And Def Moss and Gravy in the corner here, a little team bump there. Mines trying to clear, and Gravy just about had the little shot on goal, but Def Moss The changeup going into the top of the goal there as DSU takes their first lead of the series. And in game 3 here, DSU definitely finding a little bit more offense here in the third game. It's better late than never as Mines going on the offensive here. Center there for Lundo, but Gravy is there. Painted Harp trying to get the clear to Def Moss, but that goes awry, and DSU gonna have to try to set up here for the clear, and nice little pinch there. Goes all the way to Mines' side of the field. Lundo trying to stop the offense here from DSU, but Def Moss for a center, maybe for Gravy, but he was caught a little awkward there in the air. Painted Harp trying to get the ball down into Mines' zone, but nothing doing. Def Moss trying to get into the corner, but Lundo able to carry it out. And Leffy's able, oh, Painted Harp beats him to that ball. And Def Moss, oh, almost there for the touch off the wall. That would have been a sick goal. But DSU still winning here with about 3 minutes left in the game. Leffy, center to Lundo maybe, but nobody's home, and Pumpkin is just trying to keep the ball in their offensive zone. Nice little touch there from Pumpkin, but Lundo not able to get to the ball in time. DSU definitely in need of a clear here. So there's been a lot of pressure here by School of Mines. And Pumpkin with the demo onto Def Moss. Might leave somebody out of position there as Painted Harp just kind of pops it up in the air, and Gravy's able to carry it out for the clear. DSU definitely needed that in order to reset. The ball in Mines' side of the field as there's a pass to Pumpkin, and wow, that had a lot of speed on it. But Gravy able to touch it over the goal and get the clear right back. Nobody there though on the side of the field though for DSU, so nobody's able to really help Gravy out on the offensive there. DSU playing some pretty good defense right now as Painted Harp gets that clear, and Gravy just got beat to that ball. And Lundo taking the little bounce off the wall there, playing the angles right, and yeah, he's able to pick up that goal there. DSU, oh, Painted Harp just caught out of position there. Looked like he wasn't really expecting that, and it's 2-2 here. Minute 37 left here in game 3. School of Mines up 2-0 in the series. DSU in need of a goal here. They need to take this game or else Mines will win the series. DSU trying to get out of their zone so they can get onto the offensive here, and they'll do just that. So it gets dumped into the corner. But nothing really happening here. DSU not able to run with that offensive pressure. Now they're in need of a clear as Leffy gets the little shot on goal, but Gravy's there to stop. 1 minute remaining here in the game. Score 2-2. DSU trying to go on the offensive, and that's an open goal there for Gravy. Looked like a little bit of a double commit there from Mines, and DSU takes the lead once again in this game 3. Yeah, School of Mines definitely just caught out of position there, and Gravy's able to capitalize nicely as DSU takes the lead with 46 seconds left in game 3. Mines is up 2-0 though, so DSU needing to win this one. Mines trying to get a little bit of offensive pressure here, and Painted Harp gets the touch over the goal, and Gravy's able to get the clear. Lundo stopping that ball from going in as Gravy did have a shot on goal there. DSU just trying to keep the ball out of their defensive zone, and Painted Harp able to get that into the corner, but there's a center there from Lundo, and Leffy is able to pick up the goal. 13 seconds left here for or in this game 3, excuse me. We're all squared up here. We'll see what these teams are made of here in this last little bit of play here. Could be going to overtime here, but DSU has a little bit of an offensive charge here. Painted Harp just missing the ball. Gravy got to make sure this one doesn't go in, and yeah, now we're to overtime. DSU backs against the wall here in game 3, down 2-0 in the series. Little bit of offensive pressure right away, but School of Mines is able to clear, and Lundo playing the ball in the air, but DSU is able to clear. Great touch there to try to get it clear it out of the zone, and DSU, oh, the center, but nobody's there. Gravy though, able to keep it in the offensive zone, but Pumpkin's able to clear. Gravy, oh, almost caught out of position there. Pumpkin with the demo onto Def Moss. Painted Harp home for the save. Def Moss, another shot on goal for Mines, but Def Moss is there. DSU need to clear here. There's so much offensive pressure here from School of Mines. DSU finally able to clear, but Mines with a counterattack. Lundo trying to center the ball here, and oh, just on the goal line, Gravy saves it. That was almost game and series right there for School of Mines, but Gravy just able to keep it out of the goal. Will he do it again? Oh, DSU out of position. And no boost really to go for that ball. DSU just keeping it out of that goal box right there. Gravy trying to clear. Ball just awkwardly in the corner, and Painted Harp is finally able to get the clear, and DSU have numbers here, but Pumpkin able to get the save. And Pumpkin trying to maybe play it off the wall. Lundo does it instead. DSU dumps it into the corner. Gonna try to maybe get a clear here. Gravy does just that, and Painted Harp with the touch off the ceiling. And Def Moss with the demo onto Leffy, but Pumpkin able to clear it back down into the DSU zone. Painted Harp playing the ball off the ceiling here. Almost had a shot there. Oh, Gravy almost on goal there off of the ceiling. DSU trying to get any offense they can going here. But Lundo dumps it back down into the DSU side. Leffy playing the ball in the air. DSU won that 50 there. Got this ball centered, but School of Mines is there to negate that attempt. Def Moss trying to clear it out to Gravy, but gets a little tangled up there with Lundo, and that ball just gets sent down into the corner on the School of Mines side of the field. Ball is trying to get cleared here from DSU. DSU, Painted Harp sends it up, and Pumpkin is there. And Leffy tries to bring it down to DSU's side, but Painted Harp almost had other plans there with that touch off of the wall. Gravy gets bumped there in the air. Pumpkin almost carried that into the goal. But DSU and Gravy maybe looking to get the clear here. Gets bumped there in the air. But Def Moss with the demo onto Pumpkin. Painted Harp clears it down. Maybe looking for a center here. And Def Moss is almost there. That was so close to going into the goal, but School of Mines able to somehow keep it out. And now Mines is back on the offensive here. We have 4 minutes here in overtime. Which team is going to crack first here? DSU in need of a victory here as they are down 2-0 in the series. Gravy trying to get that touch off the wall there, but Just read it a little bit wrong. School of Mines trying to get on to the offensive, but Death Moss or Painted Harp says no, but Pumpkin also says no as he clears it down. And a little bit of a missed touch there. Painted Harp back to receive the ball on defense. And it just gets dumped right back into the corner. Oh, Painted Harp is there. And clears it down into the Mines side of the field. Mines on the offensive here, trying to get a center. Lundo might have a shot, but Gravy's able to save it. And Death Moss able to bring the ball up here as it gets caught in the corner, and Mines is able to bring it back over to DSU's side of the field. And Lundo beats Gravy to that ball. Painted Harp is back there for the save. Such a long overtime here. 5 minutes here in our third game of play. Death Moss gets the demo onto Lundo. Gravy leaving it to Painted Harp to see what he can do with it. Death Moss is here for the shot, but Lundo's able to save. Painted Harp trying to clear the ball, but DSU just able to clear it. Nice aerial touch from Gravy. Oh, and Death Moss going for the crazy shot there. Both teams definitely just want this game to be over, and Death Moss, maybe the double touch, and Gravy's there from the pass from Death Moss, and DSU takes the third game here, bringing the series back to 2-1 in favor of School of Mines. 6 minutes and 20 seconds in overtime, but DSU is able to take that one, and that one's got to hurt if you're School of Mines. Such a long overtime, and a few opportunities to close it out as well. I don't know if I've ever seen that long. I've never casted that long of an overtime in Rocket League before. What a game. That game was neck and neck throughout the whole game, and that overtime definitely did not disappoint. And DSU picks up their first game of the series here. Finally, DSU displaying much more offense in this game. After being shut out in the first game and only getting, I think, 1 or 2 goals in the second game, that third game definitely coming alive here in the series. Trying to complete the reverse sweep in order to take the series here from School of Mines. As we get into game 4 here, series is 2-1 in favor of School of Mines. DSU trying to get onto the offensive, but Painted Harp uses his flip there a little bit early. And Lundo's able to capitalize on a little bit of a misplay here from DSU. And Mines takes the early advantage once again. I feel like Mines has struck first in all 3 games so far this series, and now we make that 4. Definitely rough for DSU having to come from behind in most of these games here. Painted Harp, a little bit of an awkward 50 there with Pumpkin, as Mines is able to bring it down into the DSU zone. Death Moss able to clear it though to the other side of the field here. Oh, and Painted Harp getting the shot on goal, but Lundo is there. Painted Harp keeping the ball on Mines' side of the field, but nobody's really there to follow up on it. Gravy. And DSU trying to take the ball. Oh, that's an unlucky touch there from Death Moss. A little bit awkward there on the goal line as Mines takes a strong foothold in this game at 2-0 within the first minute of play here. Mines definitely want to redeem themselves after losing that long and grueling overtime of game 3. Want to close out the series as soon as they can. DSU is able to clear it down to Mines' side of the field, but Leffy is trying to mount a counterattack, but Lundo's there. DSU gonna need to be a little bit more aggressive on offense here, down 2-0. Not gonna hit full panic mode here just yet, and Gravy wins that 50. That little awkward exchange there is able to net DSU the goal. And yeah, double commit there from Mines, and nobody's back, and DSU is starting to claw their way back here in the game. 1-2 in favor of School of Mines in game 4. A little over 3 minutes and 30 seconds here left in play. Painted Harp trying to play it off the ceiling, but nothing doing, and Mines just dump it into the corner of the DSU side of the field. And the ball's just rolling there. Nobody's touching it. A little bit awkward there for DSU. But they're going back on the offensive. Leffy does get the demo onto Deathmoss, though. That'll slow that on the attack just a little bit. DSU trying to bring it down to the Mine side of the field, and Deathmoss is able to do just that. And the centering pass there from Painted Harp to Gravy, but School of Mines is there to defend that pass. Deathmoss trying to clear the ball. Painted Harp does that as well, taking the pass from Deathmoss. And School of Mines on the offensive here. Deathmoss trying to clear it out. Loses the 50 there, but it comes back to Gravy. Oh, and almost just able to sneak that in the top right corner, and the follow-up shot from Painted Harp as well. Little over 2 minutes left here in game 4. Deathmoss trying to clear over to Gravy. DSU need a goal here in order to keep their series hopes alive. But yeah, a little bit of a missed rotation there, and Pumpkin is there to capitalize on the assist from Leffy. Definitely not what DSU wanted here, as we're under now 2 minutes left in the game. But anything can happen. 2 goals can be scored in the blink of an eye in Rocket League. It's DSU trying to get back on the offensive here, but School of Mines staying aggressive with that shot on goal, but Painted Harp is there for the save. DSU trying to clear it down here. Gravy is there, but it gets cleared back down by School of Mines. Minute 30 here left in game 4. Mines up 2-1 in the series. Deathmoss trying to get some offense going, but that gets thwarted very quickly. As it's on DSU's side of the field right now. School of Mines still going for that offensive pressure. Could lead to a goal. They've caught DSU out of position a few times here in this series. And DSU clear the ball down into the Mines side of the field, but nobody's really there to capitalize on it. And Mines with a counterattack of their own, and Lundo's able to pick up the goal. 4-1 here, and Mines is still definitely in control of this game, as we are at 48 seconds here left in the game. Not the most optimal position for DSU to be in, as if they do lose this game, they do end up losing the series. But they're just 3 goals away from maybe being able to come back. But that is not a good start. There's a little bit of an own goal there from DSU. And this game is looking a little more out of reach. I like to be an optimist, but this is definitely a pretty deep hole DSU are digging themselves here. DSU need a quick goal here. Doesn't look like they're going to get it, and Mines has control of the ball here. 30 seconds left in the game now. Mines up 5-1 in game 4. DSU just not able to clear it out of their zone, and it's just sitting around here in this corner. Yeah, about 10 seconds left, and yeah, the clear is not going to come through once again, and Mines picks up another goal. just adding insult to injury here, and this game is looking like it could be done and dusted here pretty quickly here, folks. 6-1 here, advantage School of Mines. And Mines looking like they're poised to take the series here against DSU. 3-1. Not too much DSU can do here. Mines just going for another goal. Just stat padding at this point. But yeah, 1 second left here, and this game's just about over, unfortunately, for our DSU boys. But stay tuned. After the game, we will have an interview with one of the players. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Oh, come on, guys. Don't go for it. Don't do it to him. Yeah, that's 8-1, and yeah, that's game right there. Mines just, yeah, aren't taking their foot off the gas pedal. That might be a little bit of BM there. But that's the end of the game there, and DSU able to, or falls to School of Mines here, 3-1. And that is not what we wanted to see here, obviously, for our DSU boys. But make sure to stay tuned. We're going to have an interview with one of the players here, hopefully, in a bit. So I'm going to throw it to a break now, but I'll see you guys in a little bit.